Hello, welcome. My name is Anastasia Zatula. I'm a feminine coach, and today I'm going to share with you how to create a perfect morning and evening routine to boost your femininity, to be more feminine from the start, from as soon as you wake up. Now, I will share you what I think would be a good practices. I will explain you why these are good practices, but it's up to you. You can take some of them, you can maybe substitute with something else, but this is basically something that I did before and something that I do now. Not every single practice, because I do more deeper stuff, but if I need to get back into femininity, this is something that I would do. Now, again, you don't have to do everything, but at least some of them. If you're inspired to be feminine, remember, femininity is inside. You could not do physical actions to become feminine. This will make you masculine. You become feminine when you start working within yourself. You would, whether you want it or not, you will need to go back inside yourself to develop more femininity. But there is some things that you can do to basically to boost your mind and body, to crave this feminine energy, to crave the softness, to crave the pleasure that the femininity brings with it. So for the before I will do the routine, I wanted you to tell you that if you want to be more feminine, you need to slow down. Masculinity is very dynamic, very action oriented. Femininity is sensual, so you can't really feel much or be feminine if you are in a rush. This is something that that needs to, so slowing down is already makes you somewhat feminine. Now, slowing down is not always is always probably a good thing, depending on the situation. I mean, obviously, if I'm recording a video and I will start like being a little slow, I mean, you wouldn't even be listening to me. So masculinity is appropriate when I'm recording videos, when I'm doing my consultations, but for the most of the time I'm in feminine energy. And I'm not like a lazy couch potato. I'm dynamic, but with the right speed of energy, so to say. So slowing down is important no matter what you will be doing. The next point is don't overschedule yourself. Remember, feminine energy is energy of feeling, and even though femininity can multitask and can be all over the place at once, this is not the goal. The goal is to enjoy what you're doing at one particular moment. So overscheduling adds the stress, raises cortisol, raises adrenaline, and even though it's exhilarating and exciting at some point, at maybe some moments, but for the most part it hurts your femininity. And if you didn't watch the video on what hurts your femininity, please do watch it. I'm going to put it in the description. But this will not make you feminine. All this huge plans, routines, they will give you an excitement because you accomplished something, but it will not make you feminine. Remember, feminine is inside. It's your feelings, it's what you feel. Another one is evenings and mornings should be for you. That's why I'm actually doing this video for the routine for evenings and mornings. Why? Because these are times when your body is supposed to be more feminine, more softer, more receptive. If during the day it's okay to be active, so ideally that's how it should be all the time. While the sun is out, the sun is masculine energy, you are active, you are dynamic. Now when the sun is not up, you should be softer, you should be in a feminine energy. That's why people sleep at night, when there is when it's a kind of feminine energy all over the place. Now in the mornings and in the evenings, it's the best time to kind of project your energy into the right mode. It's the best time for you to do your feminine practices. Now, I understand that not everybody is the same. Some people are super active in the mornings. I don't know really what they do, but they wake up at 4 a.m. and just go to the gym and everything. This is a rather masculine approach, but it's up to you really what you want to do. I wouldn't want to throw you off completely. I mean, do what you kind of what you feel like doing, but do remember that the feminine woman needs to spend at least 25% by herself and 75% in feminine energy. So if your mornings are super active, find the time during the day when you won't be active, when you will be more slower, more calmer and more peaceful. It could be maybe your afternoons are super lazy, I'm not sure. But one of there must be time when you'll become, you see, if you will be always active and chaotic, it will not do good to neither you nor your family nor your partner, anybody. You see, you will just, your energy will be just bouncing like this, and it will not make you any kind of more successful or more softer or more receptive. So you will need to find the time. I think ideally, and this is what my mentors also thought, that ideally it's morning and night. Now, through my travels, I realized that some people have an extensive nap and rest during the afternoon, and I actually thought that maybe this would be a good time also to do some practices and to slow down a little bit. Up to you again, but I will give you for the morning and for the evening. Now, for the and also in the mornings and in the evenings before you're going to sleep, your body, your physical body is not as active, so it's easier to do the energetic practices, to do something inside instead of doing some outside actions. It's rather logical. As you remember in one of the videos, I said that a feminine woman needs to follow the rhythms of the nature and therefore the day, basically. I mean, it's not only women, men also should be like this. And if you know, it's mostly men who are super active in the morning when the sun goes up. I mean, they are very active, or masculine men and women overall. So this is the routine that I did, and I would suggest you to do if you want to be more feminine, if you want to bring more femininity, because I tell people, I tell my women to do particular actions, but then they are not sure how to balance those actions during their day. And you know, I remember when I was working in my career in finances, I would do meditations on my lunch break. But I mean, I was super active before lunch, then I would eat, then I would do the meditation, then I would become super active again. And it took me some time and some practice to kind of relax before the meditation and stay somewhat relaxed and receptive after the meditation. But it's not probably well, I was doing it because once I was coming home, I was already not doing anything. I mean, I did couple meditations, but still. So ideally, it would be much better if I would do this meditation in the morning or before going to sleep. I didn't. I was doing it on my lunch break. But my coaches were also telling me that I'm doing it a little bit wrong, but I thought that it was working for me. It took me a lot of time to actually get into right space with those meditations, and I really enjoyed them instead of being irritated that they were taking my time. All right, so this is for the morning. Allow yourself a lazy morning. I understand it's not for everybody. Some people have kids, husbands, cats. I mean, I don't know what else you might be having that will job that you really need to be at your place of work really early, or at your computer. Now you need to find a way how to start your day right. So if you have family, kids, or some kind of obligations, maybe wake up a little bit earlier. But it's really important to set you up good for the morning. Why? Because when you wake up, especially if you wake up abrupt, like with alarm clock, your cortisol is through the roof. Cortisol is masculinity, a dirty masculinity that needs to calm down, basically. There is a belief that actually our body completely dissolved while we're sleeping, and when we wake up, our body is basically reconstructing itself based on the beliefs in our mind. So this is a little deep, but still, that's why the cortisol is high, because the body is basically bringing itself up to speed with everything that's going on, and and back to the reality. And ideally, if you will just run on this cortisol, you will crash by like 9-10 a.m. in the morning, and this is not what you want, right? You want to start your morning softly, and you want get into speed with time. So if you will wake up around, let's say 7, by 9 o'clock you're already active because you already did everything you need to do, and now you can start the day. This would be ideal. I mean, I sometimes start my day at 11. It doesn't mean that I wake up at 11. It's just that's when the time when I'm up to speed, so to say. But you need to allow yourself the lazy morning. And if you think that your family members will be disappointed with you, that you didn't prepare them breakfast, you might be mistaken. I'm loved by a man, and no man ever was upset if I didn't cook him breakfast. Now, the only time a man was upset is when I actually was cooking breakfast, because I was waking up a little early. I was making something, either an omelette or pancakes or something that I don't even like to do because I don't really eat that much in the morning. But I was trying to be a good girlfriend, and I was doing it, and he felt that it was heavy on me, even though I didn't really tell nothing, I didn't say anything, I didn't express any kind of negativity. He felt, because we socialize energetically, this was a burden. And when we were arguing, and I told him, I'm cooking for you every morning, and he said, I don't know why you cook. I don't even need to eat in the morning. So you see, nobody ever reproached me for not cooking, but when I was cooking in the right with the wrong energy, this is what I got. So don't think that your kids need you to make them a beautiful kind of breakfast plate. The kids need a happy, loving mom. That's what they need. The husband needs just a smiling wife. Nobody needs a stressed woman who is just rushing and high on cortisol and basically putting that stress on everybody around her. So lazy mornings for yourself. In the morning, you need to drink water. I think this is pretty popular, but I will explain why you need to drink water as a woman that wants to be feminine. Water is femininity, and our bodies consist of water for the majority of what it consists of, right? So you need to put the water in. That would calm you down, especially if that water is a little warm. If you can warm up a little bit of water and mix it with your cold water, it would be much better. You will see. I had a client who had problems. She would wake up at 3-4 in the morning and she couldn't come down. Her energy was changing, and that's why it was happening. So I advise her to drink warm water. Some people drink warm milk, but you don't need to. You can drink just warm water. Warm water adds security to your body. Your cortisol goes down, and you can come down and sleep, basically. So in the morning, it would be good to drink warm water. You can add lemon if you want, because it neutralizes the pH in your system, and it's good for organs. I mean, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm just telling you, I'm all for water. If you add lemon, do that. I wouldn't be adding cayenne pepper and what else they add? Some essence. What is it? Apple cider. I wouldn't be adding that because that's not really. I would do that later on before the breakfast. But in the morning, when you just wake up, just drink warm water. If you want, add a pinch of salt or maybe a little lemon, but warm water for most of the time. This will calm you down. Remember, a woman is an energetic vessel of the whole family. You are kind of responsible for everybody's day, for everybody's energy. And if your energy is crazy anxious, I mean, that's how your family will feel, especially if you have kids. So you are responsible for them, you're responsible for yourself, and you need to make sure that you feel right. Now, so I usually drink 2 glasses of water, but then I spend like 2 hours in bed. I mean, up to you. I do my meditations and a lot of other things. So it's up to you. I would at least one glass of water for sure. Now, if you are dehydrated, then you need to have at least 2 glasses. It has to be warm though. Don't drink cold water in the morning. It will wake you up definitely, but it will not calm your body. I doubt you will be feminine. The next thing that you should do is meditating. Now, it's up to you how you're going to meditate. Honestly, I did different kind of meditations throughout my many years of practicing, of learning but at least, so this is basically what you need to do. You need to have some kind of intention and set for the day. Would be good if you would meditate on how do you want your day to be, or how you want your life to be. So set yourself up for something. You see, when you wake up in the morning, your mind is open to suggestions. Now, if you will not give it any kind of suggestions, it will pick suggestions from the news, from from the neighbors, from anybody else, or maybe your mind will remember the worries that you had a couple days ago and start worrying again. You need to put the right suggestions for your mind. So you can do my meditation. I have a pleasure meditation. I used to do something like that, and then I'm doing my own also meditations in the morning. It will basically show the body that today we're in pleasure. It's a good practice. Now, what else you can meditate? You can just sit and activate all your 7 energy centers. Just breathe through them. You can just lay in bed and basically repeat, I'm loved, or I love myself, or I'm luxurious, something like that. So something that basically will return all the energy into your aura and balance it in there. When you wake up, your energy is all over the place, and if somebody will if you will start watching news, your energy will go there. You see, your energy is not protected early in the morning because you just woke up. You're vulnerable at that moment. You need to make sure that the energy is in your aura. If you have a tendency waking up anxious, you have to do this. You need to balance your energy. Why are you waking up anxious? Is because, again, your energy is not within your aura. It's all over the place. Maybe you had a bad dream or something, and that's what happened. So see what kind of meditation you will have. Even if you don't want to meditate, at least put an intention on, like, for the day. For example, today will be a productive day. I'm going to meet, I don't know, an amazing person who will inspire me, or something. Or today is going to be an easy day. I will just enjoy my time and get rewarded for it. Something like that. So it has to be really, you basically have to tell your mind what you're expecting from this day. This is what I do. I actually meditate. So I have a perfect day kind of script, and I basically imagine the day, how I live through the day. It takes me 10 minutes maximum, but I feel really, really great. I have this ideal date. My resourceful state will put that video also, and then I just imagine that this day I lived like I would be in a resourceful state. And obviously, yeah, I'm not going to live because because I'm not really there yet, but at least my mind will know what I want. Funny thing is that a couple times I did the resourceful state one pager, and I would live like this through it, and every time I would get to that. Make sure it's not too far-fetched. So if you imagine yourself with some famous hot man on a private plane, and you guys are going to Bora Bora, maybe you probably won't get it yet if you never dated anybody. It would be too far-fetched. So imagine something that's close enough. Like, for example, if you're going to work and it's usually like a hard, stressful day, imagine that the day is really smooth, that the clients are just coming over and you're helping them, and something like that. It's resourceful state should be close to your reach, in your reach. Or if, for example, you don't want to worry about money any longer, then imagine that you already have a particular amount of money on your account, so you can relax, and now you just basically enjoying yourself and just doing what you have to do. So meditating is important. Again, I don't really believe in sitting like a yogi with legs crossed and everything. It is put a lot of tension on your body. I don't meditate like this, and I don't suggest anybody unless this is how you want to meditate. Yes, your back has to be straight because your energy moves along your spine, but you don't really need to sit on the floor with your legs crossed. You can sit on the couch, and just lean back and make sure that your shoulders are back, so your spine is straight. I do it in bed. I just lean on the pillows and I meditate like this. Sometimes I meditate on the balcony if it's quiet outside, depending. But don't force your body into something that doesn't feel comfortable of. It should be a little bit uncomfortable, but it doesn't have to be torture. Again, meditation is not work. This is your pleasure. This is something that you do for yourself and for your family if you have one. All right, so I also mentioned this, put an intention for the day or the particular event. I know that some of my coaches a couple of my coaches were family. They had a family, so they would put intention for everybody, for the husband, for the kids, for everybody, and it worked for them. I wouldn't suggest doing that, because everybody is their own individual and they have their own kind of development in this life. So I wouldn't go that far. Your husband isn't a person. If you want to provide some kind of emotional support, I mean, obviously a feminine woman is very strong with her energy. You can just put an intention that his day will go perfect, his meetings will go just amazing, and he will be successful, but that's pretty much it. For the kids, as long as you are calm and peaceful, the kids will feel this energy and they will feel much stronger. So I wouldn't do any kind of intention, as long as you put intention for yourself. Now, another thing that I would suggest is not to do some kind of masculine activities like exercises. Don't take me wrong, I always do exercises. When I'm out of bed, I do the exercises. I have my routine I do, and this basically wakes up my body, moves my lymph a little bit, like energy starts moving better. I love to do that, but it's nothing hard, more like a yoga complex that I like to do. I would not suggest doing something like really crazy. Just getting out of bed and going for a run is very masculine. If you work on your masculinity, that would be perfect. But if you work on your femininity, that's probably not the best course of actions. Do something that's more smooth, more slow, something. If you like dancing, maybe dancing in the morning would be good. But no harsh, like strong exercises. Now, also, I do not suggest you starting your morning with coffee. I live in the United States, and that's what people start with, but this is not really good. Coffee really raises cortisol. So now you have a high cortisol, you drink coffee, you get another boost of, and now you become super chaotic. You could not put yourself together. Don't drink coffee before food ever. If you want to be feminine, don't. You think you won't be able to wake up, you will be able to wake up. What you're doing, you're just borrowing energy and you will crash. And this is not good. You will never be confident, you will never be feminine if you will depend on coffee. Don't take me wrong, I drink coffee, I do, and sometimes I drink it in the morning, and I know if I drink coffee in the morning before food, my day is done, might as well live it masculine, that's it. But I understand that if you truly want to get into this powerful feminine energy, you need to give up coffee somehow, or at least drink it with food. So something must get into the body before. And obviously you have your glass of water, at least of warm water, before that as well. I would suggest you to drink tea in the morning if you could not really be without caffeine. Then tea is better. Maybe black tea, it has a lot of caffeine too, but coffee basically pushes your masculinity to the front. And if you don't want to be masculine, then maybe this is not really a coffee for you. If you could not really do without coffee, then do like a cappuccino or latte or something that has a lot of milk. So at least it will be a little softer on you. Ideally, you should drink coffee somewhere in the afternoon, like after breakfast, a couple hours after that. That would be a little better. If you could not, I mean, I would rather you give up on coffee at all, but I understand that maybe it's a little hard and it's not possible for everybody. I'm not even going to torture you with that. Obviously, you don't start the morning with alcohol either. If that's a habit for you to start the morning with mimosa, that has to go too, because that raises testosterone like this, and that's it. There's no femininity for that day. So no coffee, no alcohol, nothing too harsh in the morning. All right, this is the morning routine. Now let's do the evening routine. In the evening, your body naturally slows down. Your natural rhythms kind of slows down. So if your body does not slow down, if you're like a little energized bunny and you just could not slow down, you need to make your body slow. Nobody needs a hyper like a hyper woman next to them. I have a couple friends that are very masculine, and trust me, it is such a torture to be with them when they are constantly active. Even if they're sitting down and their energy is just running in circles, I mean, it's just like it's not really a pleasurable thing to experience. I mean, So what is good in the evenings, and what I have done is dancing. So dancing relaxes your body and just allows you to move. It not only relaxes your body, it relaxes your mind. What kind of dancing is up to you, but I did different in my time. I'm not a dancer really, so it was hard for me to dance. I was doing 5 rhythms of Gabriela Ross. I already spoke about this. You can find it on YouTube. It's different. It's 25 minutes of different kind of music, for different kind of music, and you just move with the music. I used to do that for almost half a year, every single day. It was helping me after my work to relax my body and to get into my emotions and feelings of how I feel. This is a really good practice. Then I got tired of this and of that, and I was dancing. I was doing ballet dancing. I like that as well, because it moves the right parts of the body, and feminine energy is basically your second chakra, so it really adds energy to the second chakra. By the time I would finish with my dancing, I had 15 minutes, so that was my my time for dancing. I was feeling really pleasurable, really enjoyable. I would not ask you to do some kind of hardcore dances like pole dancing, or maybe like hip-hop dancing. It does bring the energy, but it also increases your adrenaline, and that's probably not the best thing to do in the evening when you are ready to calm down. If you are like me and you're really awkward when you dance, shut down the lights. I used to put a couple candles in the room and shut down the lights, because I always thought that my neighbors would be watching, and from across the street. I don't know how that's possible, but still I would do that, and I would just dance, and I would feel lucky for me, I had a lot of space, so I could really the second one that you need to do in the evening is meditating. Now this meditation should be a little bit different now, because your body is more alert and because you are more active, plus you just danced and relaxed yourself. This meditation could be more powerful and more future focused, so to say. So at this time it would be good to meditate on the reality that you want to have. Maybe do the meditation on attracting your right partner, or meditating on money. So this is a good time to do a meditation for something, because your body is more in control of itself. In the morning the body is lost, you know, it's like it needs to get together. In the afternoon, in the evening, the body is more in control, it's stronger. You can really meditate on something that you want. Like all my meditations with my candles, I always did in the evenings, because it's much easier. I'm already done with the day, so to say. I have time, I'm not rushing into anything. Now I can sit and really feel how I would like to feel with, you know, with the love of my life, or with the income of my life, whatever it is. Now this is also would be a good time to do gratitudes. If you are not in the mood to meditate, you can just sit for maybe 15-20 minutes and do gratitudes about the day, about your overall life, about something that you want in the future, but you do give gratitudes right now, so it will come in the future. Also good to read maybe something inspiring, or so something like this, something that will be something that would allow you to draw desirable events into your life without much work on your part. So meditations would be good, but again, not everybody into meditations, I understand. At least do some kind of gratitude, or just sit and listen to your body. Tell yourself that you love yourself and feel that. Now would be good if you would do your self-love meditation at this time. I put here that your day should start and end with pleasure. And I did this for a few months at one point, and I did it for almost a year. At another point, I would listen to a meditation like mine, the pleasure meditation. I didn't have it at that time, so I was listening to something like that. Mine, I think, is better, but you know. But you can listen to something. So you basically need to bring your body, especially if you have very active day. It would be nice to show your body what you are striving for. In the morning, if you do a pleasure meditation, you will feel in pleasure for at least next couple hours. And in the evening, when you do the pleasure meditation, you will remind your body where you are, where you're standing. I used to do this meditation 3-4 times a day, in the morning on my lunch break, and then I would do as soon as I come from work, and then I would do before I go to sleep if I'm already half asleep, you know. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So this is a good time. Or some kind of self-love healing meditations also good in this time, like healing your inner child. I do not suggest you, or your healing your relationship with parents, I do not suggest you to do in the morning. In the morning is not the right time, but if you do it in the evening, that would be a perfect time to do one of those meditations as well. And I also put here, you're supposed to start and end the day with pleasure. And if you have intimacy with your man, unless he really gives you so much pleasure that you can flow in that pleasure for the next half an hour at least, that doesn't count. So, I mean, I don't want to be harsh on anybody, but not every woman gets pleasure from being with men. Unfortunately, I'm not sure why they're with them, but still, unless a man really brings that softness and pleasure in you, that doesn't count. So being intimate with the man does not substitute the meditation. Do that and then do the meditation as well. The one more thing that I wanted to mention: don't overeat in the evenings. Why? Because it makes your energy heavy, and you spend a lot of energy on basically working on that food, and you want your energy to be spent on something, on you building your new future, of creating your new future, not on working on your food. And I know what I'm talking about. I used to work, I would come home at 7 o'clock, you know, I would meditate, and by the time I would get my food, I was usually ordering, or I was cooking, it was already 8, and then I would eat, and it would be so heavy. Like sometimes I couldn't sleep because it was so heavy. But try not to overeat. I know it could be hard, but really a lot of energy would be wasted on food, and our bodies don't really require that much food, especially if you're living in a warmer climate. What else you can do in the evening? Ideally would be good if you would do energetic breast massage. So you are not touching your breast. I just want to make it clear. This is what you need to do. Imagine that there is like a thread, and the thread is basically follows, like lays on your breast like this. Your energy follows your focus. So if you will be focusing that there is something laying on your breast, that's where the energy will be. At one point you will start feeling your breast will become a little fuller. If you want to try it now. So basically what you imagine, you can close your eyes if you want. You're not touching yourself. You just imagining how there is like a thread laying onto, like imagine somebody's putting a thread on your breast like this. And imagine that it just goes on and on and on. Ideally you need to do 50 circles like this, so it's always in, not out, in, like this. It's something to practice. Why do we do that? Well, first of all, because our breast regulate our hormones very much, and it's always good to start feeling a little feminine. It's also good because it increases our oxytocin, the hormone, and why not to do it? It will make you feminine very fast without trying any kind of other hard exercises. If you could not imagine doing this, then imagine how your breasts are smiling. So imagine there is a smile in each of your boobs, and basically they're just smiling. All you need to do, you just need to keep focused there, and when you keep focused there, the energy will start flowing. Now you just need to keep the right focus. Try that. If you have questions, ask me. But that would be really good. That exercise I did for years, and I still do it sometimes. It's actually easy for me. I used to do that even in like if I'm staying in traffic, I do all the exercises that I have in my course, an Ultimate Guide to Femininity. I used to do in traffic when I used to stay there. Also here, don't don't drink anything but warm water in the evening. That's when it comes to food. Why? Because you don't want, again, your energy to be very chaotic. I mean, if you want to have like a coffee or tea in the evening, make sure that coffee probably not the best thing, but if it's tea, then let it be like some herbal tea that will somewhat calm your nervous system down. Remember, if your body is tired, your body will fall asleep. Will it rest though? And feminine energy is always about rest, about feeling great. So if you're eating, no, I wouldn't even suggest eating like late in the evening. If you are drinking, then make sure that something calm. Now, alcohol, I would not suggest to drink in the evening. That sounds strange, but I mean, drink it in the afternoon if you have to. I know also that's not always possible, but if you think that alcohol calms you down and then you fall asleep, no, it doesn't. You fall asleep, but you're still anxious, it doesn't help you. So I would really think about that. Now, what else you will do? So now you are in bed, and I would relax all my energy centers. This is also something that I do every day actually, that I do for many years, and I would suggest you doing it. You see, because your body is all about feelings, you need to make sure that your body can feel. If, for example, I have a block in my heart, I mean, how I'm going to feel loved if there is something that blocks me? You see, it doesn't even make sense. So what are you going to do? You're going to lay down or sit, and lean back, and you basically start breathing through all your energy centers. Your tailbone, you breathe in, breathe out. Energy should come in and come out very easy. If it doesn't come out easy, or for example, you have like you feel like you have this tension somewhere, you need to breathe through it until there is no tension. And like this through all the energy center. Your tailbone, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown chakra. So air should need to come in and out, and do like that for at least, I do usually 5-10 breaths on every center, energy center. It doesn't take me that long, and I really enjoy doing this because it relaxes me really a lot. I mean, I enjoy doing this. I feel really great. If just the breathing does not do nothing for you, you can repeat something like pleasure, for example. So you breathe through your throat and you breathe out, and you tell yourself something like pleasure inside. But whole body has to be relaxed. That's a good thing. And right before you fall asleep, this is what I do as a feminine woman. This is what my coaches did. I hope my clients are doing this. But you need to basically program your body and your mind and your energy to heal and to rejuvenate itself. This is like the best time. Now I have the meditation. I'm going to put it here. It's only 6 minutes. You can put it on and do what I say, like words in them. You can remember the wording and do it without a meditation. It's not that hard, but do it every day. Remember, your body is listening to you, and it's in your power to really heal yourself, to give yourself particular love, to give yourself particular intention for anything you want. Maybe you want to become slimmer, or maybe you want to become more beautiful, maybe you want to become younger. This is in your power. I do it not every day, I wouldn't say, but I do it quite often. It takes me only a couple minutes to say that, but I feel much better when I wake up the next day. So I suggest you to do it. As a feminine woman, you can really balance and program yourself as much as you want. As you know, I was doing Reiki cosmetology for a little bit, and I do really firmly believe, and I saw the proof of it, that you really can program yourself for pretty much anything. And this is a good time to program your body to heal. While you're going to be sleeping, your body will have time to adjust, to heal, to become younger, to become more beautiful, to become slimmer. So do that. This is an amazing practice, and this will close your night, close your day and your night for this particular day. All right, so that's it. These are my practices. Not all of them I'm doing, as I said, but I think this is a good start for somebody who's not sure where to start and what to do. I think this is a really good thing. So anyways, to recap, remember that femininity is inside, masculinity is outside. If you want to become feminine, you need to slow down. You need to start listening to yourself. Your priority should be your body and your feeling inside that body. Now, if you think that you should do more actions, no, you will be developing masculinity. Again, if that's your priority, you can do. If you develop in femininity, then you need to start observing your body and what's going on in your body. Don't overschedule yourself. Accomplishments, again, are development of the masculinity. You don't want that. Well, at least for this video. Evenings and mornings should be yours. Remember that you need to dedicate a particular amount of time to yourself. So if you feel like you need to watch Netflix with your man and just spend time with him, you can, but don't forget about yourself. You still need to spend some time with yourself as well. Now, in the mornings, I would suggest you to have a somewhat lazy morning. You need to make sure that you're not in the company of other people right away. Spend this time with yourself. Calm yourself down, put the right intention for the day, add some warm water to calm the cortisol and to basically to move the toxins out of your body. Water is your feminine energy. Water is an ultimate femininity, so add it to your body so you will become more feminine. Now, don't forget to meditate in the morning. That would be the pleasure meditation would be ideal. So you will set your body for pleasure for the upcoming day. Really, you show the body. You start the day with pleasure. If you don't want to do that, at least lay in the bed and just repeat something great for yourself, whatever is important for you. Maybe I'm loved, or I love, or I am love, or maybe something I'm grateful. So something really, something inspiring. Again, working on something like healing your relationship with parents or with your inner child, probably not the best time in the morning. Put the intention. I said that. Don't start your morning with coffee. If you could not do without the caffeine, then maybe tea. But coffee is not really, no coffee and no like rigid exercise either, unless you work on your masculinity. Now, in the evening, it would be good if you will relax your body, and ideally it could be done through dancing, especially if you're very tensed. Dancing can really loosen you up. If you think that you don't know how to dance, that's fine. I don't know how to dance either. You just move with the music as you can. If you are so shy, do it somewhere where nobody sees you. Like me, I used to close the windows and shut the light just so to make sure nobody sees me. And this time is after you dance, after you relax. It's a good time to meditate on something. Meditate on your ideal future, or maybe meditate to do some kind of healing, to heal your inner child, or to work with your parents. This is a good time to reflect on that, to really work on that. When your body is still alert but already a little relaxed and it's ready to do some kind of work. You can do gratitudes, or read something, or watch one of my videos. And ideally, you should do some kind of self-love meditation or pleasure meditation twice a day. But if you don't, at least once a day in the morning would be better. But ideally would be if you would start and end the day with pleasure. Don't overeat. In the evenings, drink only warm water or some teas that are basically herbal teas or something like that. All right before falling asleep, put the intention that your body is healing itself, that your body is rejuvenating, that your body becomes healthier or wealthier, whatever you want it to do. It's very powerful. Watch the meditation on this. I will put it also in the description. All right, that's it. If you have questions, ask. Let me know what kind of routines you are doing. Maybe you will give me some kind of ideas. But this is what I think is would be good, and this is not only my thoughts. My mentors before me gave me similar suggestions, and those women were masculine. So if they managed to do it, I'm sure you will manage to do that as well. For me, it's a good routine because it really follows my natural rhythms. But But if it doesn't follow yours, still find some kind of time. If you usually have, if you like to have a busy mornings, then afternoons have to be lazy. You need to adjust. You could not be always busy. That won't give you any kind of feminine energy. All right, send this video to anybody who wants to be feminine, who doesn't know where to start. Probably would be a good start. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much, and bye everybody. Enjoy your day.